Hi, and welcome back to this tutorial series on Waveform version 9. We're going to start working with Midi and with your keyboard controller in this section and this series of videos. To get started, let's go to the Settings tab. I'm going to get it set up to where my keyboard controller is working. I'm using a small CME X-Key keyboard controller that I have right here. It's a USB device. All I really need to do is plug it in. Some of these devices you also would need to download the manufacturer's drivers and install them for it to be recognized. Some of them you can just plug them in and you're ready to go. Now right now you see MIDI devices that are related to my audio interface. I'm going to click Refresh MIDI Device List because I just plugged in the USB cable. And you'll see the CME X key appears as an input and an output. Now the main thing we need here is the input because we're going to use this to play notes. You can also enable or disable anything that you don't want to appear on the lists back in the program when we're setting it up. Now, I'm not going to use the MIDI inputs on this controller, so I'm just going to disable these two. That way I'll only see the X key when I get into the actual edit. That's really what we need to do here. There's not much more to it than that. Now I'm going to go into an edit that I've already set up. Now the way you configure a track to use as a virtual instrument and MIDI track is just to use it as a virtual instrument and MIDI track. There's no difference between one kind of track and another in Waveform. So you click on the input, and instead of choosing an audio input like I did for audio recording, I choose this X key, which is my MIDI controller. And if I play notes on it, you'll see that I've got this available. Now it's telling me with a warning that nothing's going to happen basically because I haven't yet set up a virtual instrument. So I'm going to do that now. Now over here we're going to insert collective as an effect. Collective is one of the virtual instruments that is included with Waveform. To do that, we can drag the plugin object and just drag it here. I like to put it to the left of the pan and fader plugin. And from the list, go to Traction, and then you'll see Collective. I've got both the audio units and the VST version. So I'll choose Collective. Double-click Collective to open its user interface, and then I can pick from any sound on here. So I'm navigating to Eric Moon, the electric piano. Under the pop, you'll see that there's this one here, the MKS 20 electric piano sound. This gives me a nice basic electric piano sound. And as I play it, you can already see that the MIDI is going from my controller into Collective, and I'm able to play on the keyboard. And then you'll also see the notes highlighted here on the keyboard section of Collective. And that's really all we need to do to get our setup ready to go. In the next video, we'll do a little recording, but as a preview to that, recording with MIDI works just like the recording did with audio. I enable recording right here by clicking on the Record Enable button, and then I start recording by clicking the Record button in the Transport section. I press the spacebar to stop. Now if I expand the track out a little bit, then you'll see the MIDI notes. If I rewind a little bit here, you'll see the MIDI notes appear on the track like this. And I'll be able to edit those and do anything I want. But the fundamentals of it work just like audio recording. But we'll get into recording and more about how to work with the clips in the next video. That's the basic setup. Thanks for watching.